And welcome to the Nasboys Sports Podcast. Now, did you know that the University of Maryland's college basketball program is undefeated against 145 different colleges that they have played? Only two other programs in all of college basketball are undefeated more than Maryland. So, anyways, guys, welcome to the Nasboys Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Mike, aka Mike Pop Fan 101, with my good friend and co-host Cam, aka I Spy Cam.
Howdy, y'all.
So let's get down to talking about sports. And oh man, there is a lot of stuff to talk about, specifically in football. Um, we're just gonna go right into it. We're gonna start off with John Gruden's whole entire scandal. Last episode, we talked about how he was being forced to resign, or it was revealed that he had said a lot of like racist stuff, and now adding homophobia to the list. Well, he has now resigned from coaching the Las Vegas Raiders, and a lot of people are starting to figure out that the email, or part of the emails that he was sending it to, was former Washington general manager, president, whatever you want to call him, Bruce Allen. So what do you got to say about this? Just all this stuff that has gone on. There is so much.
Oh, I mean, so with the whole Gruden thing, right? Which I wasn't here last time, guys. Like I said, I don't know if you guys watch the Nasboys Sports podcast or not. I mean, not the Nasboys Sports, but the NASCAR one. I've kind of been out for a while, so really, I've got gotten to get my input on this. But now that I can, just want to say, man, the Raiders can't win never. They never can. I just want to say that now. It kind of sucks for them. And then with the whole Gruden situation, I mean, at first, what he said originally, I was like, well, maybe that couldn't have been wrong in the way. He tried to back it up, but they went through emails and emails and emails and emails after and after, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And I mean, he just really went bad slowly. It was like every hour you were seeing another update of him saying like some kind of slur that I'd never even heard before, that I'm like, wow, that one's bad. So, and with the whole Washington football team connection, I also thought I heard that Dan Schneider was in the mix. And I know that there has been like him leaking cheerleaders nudes that were from around the league. That's really wrong and really bad, which then it goes back to the whole Washington football team thing of like them. And apparently, now I'm not sure this is true. It's just a rumor for right now. Nothing's been proven, I don't think, of them maybe like possibly trying to like pay off their cheerleaders that has had like sexual abuse or allegations against them and like stuff like that, trying to get them to pose dirty or they'll lose their job, or like basically blackmailing them. So they're trying to pay them off to not say anything, which I kind of wonder if it is true, if they're what they're gonna do. Like, will they? I mean, personally, if I was them, I'd go for the money. I feel like you'd get a lot more than what you would if they tried to pay you. And it's just my opinion. But yeah. I mean, really just a messed up situation. And I don't know. I mean, it's kind of disgusting in a sense, because even though this was 10 years ago, the whole cheerleaders issue especially is just like nasty, dude. And some of the things he was saying was pretty wrong. And I mean, when you call Roger Goodell some of the names that he said in those emails, it's like, what did you expect to happen? And I don't know if he forcefully resigned. I thought he just resigned on his own, which honestly was a better idea than getting kicked out the team and fired, because it's kind of like a better sign of respect for him, in the sense of, well, I get it. Why he's kind of like leaving on his own. So that's better than nothing.
Yeah. I have so much to talk about with this. First of all, the Gruden stuff, even though it was 10 years ago, he still shouldn't have said it. It's not right, of course. But why is it that it's a Washington investigation and nothing happens to any of the Washington guys, but yet John Gruden gets kicked out? I don't understand that. Let's see. Dan Schneider, he is a lot of words that I would like to say, but I unfortunately cannot. He's a terrible owner, that I can say. He's ruined the Washington football team. He's overall a mess. I mean, I live like probably 10 minutes away from his house, I think. And whenever like I was little, or I did this a couple times now, but me and my dad, we would drive past his house and we would yell expletive "you Snyder." So yeah, Dan Snyder is an idiot. That's nothing new there. I wish that he was forced to sell the team, but of course Goodell is incompetent and he doesn't have any real respect for his league too much to get him out. Unlike Adam Silver, who when Donald Sterling had that whole controversy, he was out within a week. But
I hate to confront you, Mike, but you have a great point. I mean, it kind of wonders is like Goodell shows favoritism, my opinion. That's number one. But number two is it's like, how are you going to preach about all these things of, you want the league to be the best it can be, and you want it to be fair, and you preach, all these politics stuff, and then when you come out to find out that there's some people that are working behind you that are absolute garbage, and you don't do nothing about it, but you get mad at Roger Goodell. There it is, man. I just came to speak today. But you get mad at Gruden for some of the things he said 10 years ago, while you have Dan Snyder, and he's still doing stuff. Still. Right. And with what Mike said about the whole selling the team, I mean, it's kind of wrong. I feel like they should just relocate at this point. I'm not saying that Washington doesn't need a football team, but it's just they don't even have a name no more. I mean, the football team is not a name, in my opinion.
That's why I keep calling them Washington.
It's slowly going down as a business. If you look at their money, they're just tanking. At some point, they're going to have to be forced to sell it, and they're just going to have to go somewhere else, and it's going to suck to do, but it's the truth.
Well, that would be good because I wouldn't mind a Baltimore Colts situation. But what was that? What else was I really going to say? Oh yeah, and then they have John Gruden. He's never going to be in the EA games, and also the Buccaneers are taking him off their Ring of Fame. And the NFL, I saw a meme on NFL memes, I guess, or IG. I don't know why I said I guess. That said the NFL wants only like decency in their league, but yet they have O.J. Simpson still for. I think the Bills have him on their Ring of Fame, and he murdered somebody. Like I said, what John Gruden said was wrong. He shouldn't have said it, even though it was 10 years ago, and it probably wouldn't have been brought up. But if you're gonna take someone off the Ring of Fame, definitely take O.J. Simpson off. The dude murdered somebody.
Yeah, I mean, well, you have guys on there. I listen, guys. If you want the honest truth, some of those guys that are in the Hall of Fame and on the Ring of Fame, what the NFL preaches about now about no more homophobia, some of those guys used to be the most homophobic players ever. And a lot of them were truly, I mean, really, because the league wasn't that soft back then. And I'm not saying that it's okay to I'm not saying that it's good to be homophobic. I'm saying, like, they were making jokes and nothing was happening from it. And, and a lot of those guys, compared to what now is today, would be kind of as homophobic. And they're still there. So I feel like if you're going to point that issue out, you might as well point the whole thing out too.
I mean, yeah, look at Richie Incognito. He's one of the most homophobic players, and he's playing with a gay teammate.
Yeah.
Is he off the roster? I don't even know. He's irrelevant.
No, I think he's injured right now, but he is still on our team.
Yeah, he's irrelevant as hell.
Okay, and also I want to vent to this real quickly. Carl Nassib, or how you want to say his name, him not showing up to practice after Gruden already left the team was the stupidest and most pointless thing I've ever seen.
I did not hear about that due to me not following the Raiders.
It was stupid. It was everywhere. Like, what's the point? Why are you going to leave? Why are you not going to go to practice when he's not even there? He's already gone. God,
yeah.
But, it was just a whole issue. And I think this is really going to affect the league because I feel like they're going to bust on this a lot more. I feel like you're probably going to see a lot more head coaches get into stuff. And I bet you NFL is probably going to make a new rule of, like, they're going to start tracking emails, which is, like, weird to say, but I bet it's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. All of it's just wild. And also with Washington, they had a jersey retirement for Sean Taylor, which finally, I mean, it's been like, 13, 14, 15 years since his death. and they haven't done anything to honor him besides, maybe a few social media posts here or there. But now with all this scandal stuff going on with Bruce Allen yet again, even though he's off the team, Dan Snyder as always, they gotta announce like 4 days before the game, hey guys, we're gonna be retiring Sean's jersey finally. His family didn't even know it. Like they gave his family like a week's notice, like, oh, we're finally gonna retire his jersey. Like Sean Taylor is one of the most influential NFL players that's ever played on Washington or even in the league in general. He inspired a lot of generations of safeties now in the NFL. And you're just going to give him like a 60-second tribute video and then just the family with the jersey. And then they renamed the street that takes you to FedEx Field to Sean Taylor Way. Oh, but guess what? Here's the best part. It's in front of a porta potty.
Yeah. And also like to say, once again, Patrick Mahomes' brother comes out to ruin something like he always does in the NFL. And if you guys don't know, this is going everywhere because everybody's hating on his brother. I mean, this man's getting absolutely dogged on. And he deserves it, honestly, because at the game of the Memorial, before the game started, his idiot brother went across the chains that said no entering, no walking on, because it had the 21 number where his memorial was.
Right.
And was doing a TikTok dance and taking photos with celebrities on it.
I had the young high thing, fuck my bro and gave him brain, and she expect for me to love her. I can never be a lame.
Like TikTok celebrities. And posing like it's nothing. I'm sorry, but that's basically like going to someone's gravesite and like standing on their stone. Like, cheese.
Yeah,
let me hit the renegade real quickly. Like, no.
Yeah, this is another guy where I have a lot of words to say for him, but due to us being recording and it's going to go on YouTube where it's really kid friendly, I can't say anything about it. So
I will say this. He looks like the Ken Barbie doll. That's all I'm going to say.
No,
I'm going to leave it at that.
No, bro. He kind of does, but
I just don't understand. Listen. Last thing I'm going to say. I don't understand what went wrong with him. He's taller than his brother. What happened to your athletic abilities, dude? All he is a spoiled brat. And that's above YouTube guidelines where it's okay to say he's a spoiled little brat that's obviously gotten everything handed to him in life.
Right.
And doesn't understand what respect is.
Amen. Amen to that. But Patrick is respectful. I like Patrick.
Patrick's a great guy. He's nice. And plus, his voice, he's got like a real Southern country accent voice, which I like.
Yeah.
No good stuff.
But anyways, Patrick, if you're watching this, which I doubt you are, I don't know why I'm asking this, but actually someone help me get this out to Patrick. Patrick, why do you bring your girlfriend or your wife and your brother to the games? You're a cool dude, man. I like you. You're one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. You know, you're one of the best in the league, no doubt about it. But your girlfriend and your brother, they make you look so bad, dude. The amount of TikTok dances, a couple weeks ago, they were like talking trash to Ravens fans.
Didn't he like dump a water on somebody?
They're obviously going to celebrate. And, your brother, instead of just being like, good game, guys. That was fun. Thanks for being good sports about it, blah, blah, blah. They poured water on them.
Yeah.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sorry for you. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And let me say this now. You got to Aaron Rodgers your family, man. Just completely leave them in the dust. I mean, I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but, like, my God, look at your family. Look how they've come out. I mean, like, how do you feel knowing that your brother is going to be an uncle to your kid? Isn't that scary?
Like,
Just
she's
a little
probably
bit.
going to be doing TikTok dances by the time she's 3. He or she is 3. Yeah, she. But, yeah, screw Jackson Mahomes. He's a loser and probably makes more money than me by doing stupid dances, but, still hate him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like maybe, like, with how much wealth and spoiledness he has, maybe he could do the dances for, like, like a charity or something. But anyways, this is off topic. We should probably get back to news.
Yeah, one more thing. If you guys want, like, more of an in-depth look at the Jackson Mahomes situation, go look at some videos from this guy Jamari. He's really cool. He's a commentary YouTuber. Go check him out. Yeah, just look him up on YouTube. Big trade in the NFL this week. Cardinals trade for Zach Ertz in exchange for Tay Gowan and a 2022 fifth-round pick from the Eagles. This is a really good move for the Cardinals, I feel like. The Eagles already had Dallas Goedert, and they didn't really need 2 high-profile tight ends. So I'm glad that, they got rid of one. And the Cardinals just got stronger. Like, the Cardinals are already scary as it is, and they got stronger with this move. So what do you think?
Dude, their offense is just so overpowered now. My God, man. I mean, like, what are you supposed to do when you got Super Mario as your quarterback, right? I mean, like, that dude runs everywhere. He's, like, hopping over things. I mean, it's just super, super overpowered. And I still think they're my Super Bowl candidate. They're one of my Super Bowl candidates to go all the way this year, without a doubt. And I would be happy if there's for one reason why, is because I still am, like, I like to say, like, I still am a Bengals fan. And when I was younger, growing up in Ohio, AJ Green has always been, like, my heart and soul for, like, the best wide receiver ever. I still have a lot of love for that guy. So I've always wanted to see him win too, because, he hasn't really had a chance to. I mean, sorry, no offense, Andy Dalton, but when you got him as a QB that throws 27 picks a game, what are you supposed to do?
Yes. They also signed Richard Rodgers, and there's some bad for the Cardinals as well. Kingsbury, the coach, has tested positive for COVID. I'm sure he'll probably recover and get back to coaching. Damian Williams of the Bears also tested positive for COVID. Christian McCaffrey placed on IR. Is anyone really surprised?
No.
Honestly, Christian McCaffrey, he's a very good player, but he's made of glass. The dude is so injury prone. It's so bad, honestly. I know this guy is injury prone and people take him first overall every year in fantasy. The one time I have him first overall in fantasy, I auto drafted him, and I wasn't even planning on drafting him. It was just because I had to do something, and then the draft started, and I was mad that I got Christian McCaffrey because I knew somehow he was going to get injured. And here we are. He's now on IR, and I have no more space for him in one of my leagues. So thanks, Christian.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, another.
Oh,
I'm sorry. You can go. I'm sorry.
No, he's fine. I'll just say, Christian McCaffrey, man, this guy cannot get a break with injuries, and I feel like he has such a great career, and he'd probably break records if he could just stay healthy. I mean, he could probably be known as one of the best white running backs ever, and sadly, that legacy is ruined because he is made of glass, and I feel like a fourth grader could tackle him, and somehow he'd be like torn ACL, out for the whole year, and it's like, well, not surprised.
Well, one thing that I was reading is that the Panthers offense revolves a ton around him, and they hand him the ball off a lot. So he gets.
They're heavily dependent on him.
Of course, but you don't see the Titans. They're dependent on Derrick Henry, and you don't see him getting hurt. The dude's a machine.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think Derrick Henry's real. There ain't no way, man. That dude's like a beast. Okay, he's more like tough than what Bo Jackson was, and Bo Jackson was a beast as well.
Yeah.
And so, but I kind of want to. I will say though, I feel like Derrick Henry should watch because I noticed that he kind of likes to push for contact when at times he has an open lane. And I feel like he should probably try to start fixing that because really, I mean, you never know when this guy could get himself hurt trying to go for just another hard hit, to get the views crazy.
Right. Russell Wilson was also placed on IR, which is another fantasy quarterback for me. That really sucks.
Ouch.
And sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say, and Gino Smith has been very great, in my opinion, for what he has put up. I think he's done pretty good. I mean, I think he's shocked a lot of people because it's Gino Smith. No offense, Gino. But I like to see him. He's doing good. It's kind of like, happy for him because once again, he's like one of those guys where it's like if I ever saw Robert Griffin III doing something great and like making something out of his career again, I'll be happy for him.
Right. Panthers signed guard Michael Jordan. Yes, really. I don't know who that is, but he shares the name with the GOAT, so that's really cool. All right.
Yeah. So now we don't really have that much baseball news, but it's more just the games that have been going on for the NLCS and ALCS, which right now the Atlanta Braves are leading the series against the Dodgers 2-0, and which just yesterday they beat the Dodgers 5-4. And I'd like to say, I mean, the Braves have really put up an impressive run, man. I mean, the Dodgers are stacked, absolutely stacked, and there's no reason that they should be losing to a team that has some really good players. Don't get me wrong, but compared to what the Dodgers have, they practically have a player that's really good on the whole side of the field. Their backups are probably 5-star players. While the Braves, they have Jock Peterson. I don't know if Acuna is back or not. Don't count me on that. And they're making it work. They're making it look fine. And don't think I'm not counting out Freddie Freeman either. And they're really kicking butt. Which now I'm gonna go to the Red Sox and Astros, which they are tied 1-1 in the LLCS. Which right now there is a game going on. It's the top of the sixth. And the Red Sox are beating the Astros 9-3. And, I will say the Astros have put on an impressive run, and I don't think they're cheating. Personally, I think that they're showing that they can maybe do the best. And honestly, I don't want to say that I hope they get a ring because they don't. They don't deserve it. But if they were to get a ring and then they were to find out that they didn't cheat, I feel like it'd be better because it's kind of like they actually would deserve a ring this time, and they could actually at least show it off and be like, hey, we actually won it. Because let's be honest, we all believe that they didn't win it back in 2017.
No, they did not. That should be a Dodgers ring.
That should be a Dodgers ring, absolutely. And so, because of that, I would say I wouldn't be the worst if the Astros did, some magically win. But honestly, the Red Sox, if they win against the Braves in the finals, that would be cool. That'd be cool. I'd like to see that.
Yeah. I don't want to see the Astros win just because of that one cheating scandal. The Nats beat them. So eat crap, Astros, or Teachers, as I like to call you. So now let's talk about the NBA. Opening night is tomorrow. The night we're recording this is Monday, October 18th. And by the time you're watching this, the first two games have probably been played. The Nets will play the Bucks.
Mike, I'd just like to say, sorry to confront you. Would you like to make predictions since these are like the opening games?
Yeah, sure.
Might as well.
Nets and the Bucks. This is gonna be I'm gonna go with the Bucks for this one. I was gonna say the Nets, but now that they don't have Kyrie, which we'll get into in a little bit, that might be a little challenging. But I think that Kevin Durant and James Harden can really help them out a ton, and they'll probably still be a top 5 seed in the East. Maybe not a championship team, but they can still contend in the East. So, but I'm gonna go with the defending champion Bucks.
I am also going with the Bucks, and I actually have even a bigger prediction. I think that one of their top players, if that's going to be Harden or Katie, is going to get injured. And I don't know why, but they're just an injury-prone team. I mean, last year was a great example of it, and I feel like they're just going to keep carrying that on. So,
Kim, I could see that prediction working out where I think one of them at least is going to get hurt. I don't know about a big injury, but they're both probably going to get hurt on and off like last year.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. And then the Warriors and the Lakers. Now, the cool thing about the Warriors is they got their big three back with Draymond Green, Stephen Curry, and Klay Thompson. But the Lakers are also looking stacked. They got LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook, of course. This is going to be a really good game if it lives up to the hype. I'm going to go I might go with the – this is so tough because I could see either team winning this. I'm going to go with the Lakers.
Yeah, I definitely going for the Lakers, and I'll explain why. This is Klay Thompson's first game back officially, of the season,
He's playing? I thought he wasn't playing until December.
Oh, he is. I thought he was playing. Is he
I
not?
don't know. I guess he is playing. We'll just say he's playing.
Well, hold on. Let's check. Pause. Let's check. Because I don't want to be wrong and sound stupid. I'll say Klay return. It says Steph Curry excited for Klay Thompson's return for unfair injuries. Warriors believe Klay Thompson will return to make a championship caliber. Checking in on Okay, yeah, you're right. So here's okay. So start again. Start this. We just checked.
Guys. Okay, guys. Sorry, we looked it up, and Klay Thompson is returning around December. My apologies.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, no, I guess I'm going to go Lakers no matter what. Then.
Yeah.
I just think that they have a better overall team, and even if Klay Thompson was there, I still think that they were going to lose. I just feel like Klay Thompson. I feel like Klay Thompson's going to be rusty, man. I mean, even though I'm sure he's been working out and still, practicing on his game, but I feel like he's going to be rusty at the start. Of course, he's going to be back on the field, the court. There's going to be a bunch of fans there. He's going to get that game anxiety. I feel like it's going to be like a whole different new ball game to him. So, but I do think the Lakers are going to win. I mean, as much as I want to say it's a retirement home, I'm kind of pumped though for them. I'm not going to lie. Kind of pumped. I mean, you're seeing a lot of these guys that are like, you got the whole Melo, doing the little ball roll back to, Russell. You haven't seen that in a long time. That's kind of coming back in tradition. You're seeing LeBron James go back to number 6. I mean, you're seeing like all these transitions of them trying to go back to what they used to be, which is sad because it's kind of like what all old people do. They try to be young again.
Right.
Offense. But I'd like to see how it's going to work out, and I do think the Lakers are going to come up clutch.
All right. Ben Simmons is cleared to return to the Philadelphia 76ers. Wow. That's what happens when you can't get a deal done, I guess, to get him out of here. He practiced today with his phone in his pocket. That's pretty interesting. He's probably not going to play that great. So
why would he? I'm sorry, but if I was him, I would play the worst I've ever played just to give a big old FU to the fans.
He's gonna get booed in their home opener. Watch.
I know. It's just like that QB in college football for I think Oklahoma. He got booed.
Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, how messed up is that? I'm sorry.
I didn't hear about this. Yeah, I know that they switched quarterbacks because he wasn't great.
Yeah, well, he used to be good, and then he started sucking. And ever since he started sucking, his fans started booing the crap out of him. Like last year, he wasn't just in the contenders for like Heisman or something like that. Like, dude. But okay, it's whatever.
Let's see. Kevin Durant said he's positive that Kyrie Irving's situation will work out. For those of you that don't know, you've probably been living under a rock. Kyrie Irving does not want to get the COVID vaccine, and New York has a state mandate where anybody who lives there needs to have the vaccine in order to be able to go to work or play sports like Kyrie. And Kyrie does not want to take it for personal reasons, so he can't play with the Nets, and they're not allowing him to practice with the team, so he's basically just doing nothing right now. And I don't think they're going to trade him because no one will want him. So Kyrie Irving is screwed unless he gets something that he does not want to.
Rooting for Kyrie.
Yeah. I think that everybody should have a choice.
Yep.
So Kobe White is out for the Bulls until mid-November with a shoulder injury. That shouldn't hurt too much. The Bulls are relatively a good team. They could be a solid team this year.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to affect him too much. I mean, I think Kobe White's a good guy and a great player, but I think it's it's at the start of the season, and I don't think he'll be out for too long, hopefully. So
Yeah. Karis LeVert won't play in first 4 games for Pacers with injury recovery. I think we talked about that. He's got something wrong with his back.
yeah,
Zion Williamson is out with an ankle injury. Oof, that's not looking good for New Orleans.
not Zion.
Yeah.
Well,
we got a lot of signings in the NBA too. But go ahead and make your point while I find these.
What'd you say?
Oh, yeah, I thought you were going to say something.
No, I wasn't. I thought we were about to go to college football, but if you're going to do these, then I'll wait. Yeah.
Oh, man, there's a lot of signings because of rookie deals. Also, Bradley Beal has a knee contusion, but I think he's recovering from that. First off, we got Mikal Bridges has agreed to a 4-year, $90 million contract extension for the Phoenix Suns. We got Jaren Jackson Jr. signing a 4-year, $105 million contract. Jeez. Marvin Bagley will not sign an extension. And speaking of not signing extensions, DeAndre Ayton has ended his talks with the Suns with no deal. He's unhappy because they gave Landry Shamet, or however you pronounce his name, a decent contract, but he did not get a max deal, which I think if they gave him a max deal, that might put them over cap. So the Suns got to make a sacrifice, and that's going to really hurt them, but they still have CP3 and Booker at least.
Yeah, no, that's actually going to suck a lot for them. Which I don't know if the Suns are going to be able to bounce back this year. I think it's going to kind of be interesting now, especially with that. That's going to play a big factor.
I think that they're still going to be a playoff team, but now with the Warriors being a serious player, it's going to be a lot harder for them.
Yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon has agreed to an additional 2-year, $45 million extension, guaranteeing him $89.3 million for the next 4 years. Malcolm Brogdon is actually really underrated.
I think he's underrated, but man, that's a lot of money. I don't know. That's a lot of money. I mean, like, the only reason why I'm saying that is not because I don't think he deserves it. I just feel like for how much, like, usually, sadly, I think it is true. A lot of teams usually don't get a high pay to players that don't get noticed a lot. So they kind of see that happen. I mean, it's kind of a dub, in my opinion, but it's just kind of shocking that they gave him that much.
Grayson Allen has been signed to a 2-year, $20 million extension for the Bucks. Ahead. Let's see. We got Kevin Huerter, my boy, signing a 4-year, $65 million contract extension with the Hawks. This is a great move for the Hawks. He's a great player for them, great shooter. And he's also from Maryland, and Maryland's my favorite college, so I'm glad to see Kevin succeeding. So Miles Bridges did not reach an agreement on an extension with the Hornets and will become a free agent, a restricted free agent this offseason. Oh, I didn't see this one. The Cavs and Colin Sexton have failed to agree on an extension, and he will become a restricted free agent. That's going to be a big signing for somebody.
Yes, there you go, Colin. You show them what's up. Oh, my God, good for them. Wait, didn't Bobo go there, though?
I don't think so. I thought he was with Denver.
Oh, no, Taco Fall. I'm thinking of Taco Fall.
Yeah, Taco Fall.
Dang, now they got Taco Fall stuck there. Oh, that's going to suck.
Wendell Carter has agreed to a 4-year, $50 million extension with the Magic. Greg Popovich is apparently going to be, or they're planning on Greg Popovich retiring within the next year. He deserves it. Tyler Hero believes he's in the same conversation as young stars like Luka Doncic, Trae Young, and Ja Morant. Wow. That's really dumb. He didn't do that bad this preseason. I believe he had the most points scored out of everybody, but I still don't think that means he's in the same conversation with Luka, who's a future superstar or already a superstar. Trae Young is another future superstar, and Ja Morant is a star.
Yeah.
What has Tyler Hero done? He comes off the bench, I think.
Yeah, no, it's really stupid.
And yeah, that will conclude the NBA news. Moving on to college football.
In college football, yeah. So in college football news, we have LSU beat number 20 Florida in a thriller, 49-42. Number 19 BYU loses second week in a row, falling 38-24 to Baylor. Go Baylor! I like them. I don't know why, just do. Auburn proves why they should be ranked, beating number 17 Arkansas 38-23. Auburn getting a dub. That's been a while. Number 3 Cincinnati, yes sir, crushed UCF 56-21. Running back Jerome Ford had 4 TDs. That's insane. Cincinnati, man, I tell you what, funny story. Hate to go off topic here, but I was actually in downtown Cincinnati. Don't ask why, guys. And like I was near the school, and the fans were going crazy after they beat Notre Dame. It was actually insane. Everybody was honking. There was probably a bunch of drunk students there, but it was just so funny. And, because I didn't know at the time. They were like, Notre Dame sucks. And I was like, what? I checked the score, and they won. Number 1 Georgia, led by Stetson Bennett's 3 TD passes, beats number 11 Kentucky 30-13. Louisville retires Lamar Jackson's jersey. Really? Already? Okay, whatever. Oklahoma crowd roars when freshman QB Caleb Williams was announced the starter over. To you.
Yeah, you were just talking about that, Cam.
Yeah, I was.
And finally, for the news, NHL news, opening night was last week. The Pittsburgh Penguins, my team, upset the reigning champs Tampa Bay Lightning 6-2. Hopefully the Penguins can get back to their winning ways, and I have more reason to gloat to my friends who are all Capitals fans. On Thursday, the Seattle Kraken got their first win in franchise history, 4-3 over the Nashville Predators. Colorado Avalanche forward Gabriel Landeskog was suspended 2 games for boarding in a matchup against the Blackhawks. The Vegas Golden Knights lost star Max Pacioretty and captain Mark Stone to injuries. Oof, that's got to hurt for the Knights. And they've been a good team for years now, ever since they joined the league, which was incredible. And that will conclude the sports news. So go ahead and do the top 10 plays of the week. So coming in at number 10 is Tyler Bertuzzi's hat trick, first hat trick of the NHL season.
Penalty over. Ernie the shot. Oh, scores! Bertuzzi! 3-0.
Holy mackerel. These are supposed to be the Red Wings of last year, and we're the Cup champions. Well, Vasilevsky made the save on Ernie, but it got behind him, so.
Nice. And number 9, Chris Autumn-Bell shows off strong hands with catch for TD.
Tim. Okay, Kev. 2nd and goal from Minnesota. The fade. The Autumn-Bell. Flag. And touchdown is called. Autumn-Bell went up with Quentin Newsom, and Bell won it.
8 is Michael Pittman Jr. Moss's 23 for the Ravens.
All that run, and it's a pass. Wentz hit as he throws, so it's underthrown, and it's still caught. Michael Pittman into the end zone for the touchdown. And there are flags down. If it stands, it's good.
And number 7, Austin Riley walk-off home run.
Game, bottom of the 9th. Riley line drive, that is down! A base hit! Here comes Albies, and the Atlanta Braves win game 1!
And at number 6 is LSU has 3 guys at the end zone, but the Florida player still manages to make catch.
LSU has 3 defensive backs back by the goal line. Anticipating a Hail Mary. They put 3 receivers on the right. Jones plenty on the throw. Beautiful spiral. Corner of the end zone. And it is caught.
Oh, my goodness.
For a touchdown. Justin Shorter. With no time remaining in the half, a 42-yard score.
Well, nobody for LSU even made an attempt to go for the football. Normally, you tell those defenders, just go up and knock it down. And Justin Shorter didn't even have to jump for the catch. Emory Jones gets the ball clearly to the end zone. Look at these 3 defenders. Nobody makes a play on the football. You have to go up and try to knock that ball away if you're on defense. And Emory Jones to Justin Shorter, as we see on the progressive pylon cam, come away with the touchdown on the last play of the half.
Number 5, CeeDee Lamb walk-off TD for the Cowboys.
Nice. You're right. Throws it down the field. It's caught at the 10, and this game is over. The Cowboys win it. CeeDee Lamb.
And at number 4 is Braden Holtby shows quick reflexes for insane save.
Against hurt the Rangers last night in Washington, and they hurt here. A giveaway. Panarin is in front. Score! No, it didn't go in. He made the save. Oh, I thought for sure that was in the net. Ryan Strome with a big chance, and Braden Holtby robs him.
Holtby again, the miscue, and then Panarin's pass, and Strome had that whole side of the net. He thought it was going in, but that's just a brilliant save by Braden Holtby. Wow.
And number 3, buzzer beater goal
For the Ottawa Senators.
Mete, shot, rebound, score! Alex Formanton with 0.6 seconds. That's Formanton in the middle. Mete's just shooting this puck deep into
Ottawa Senators.
And at number 2 is Jaguars hitting game-winning field goal to end their losing streak and to give Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer their first wins in the NFL.
To win it. It's away, and he got it! He got it! Jacksonville wins and ends the second longest losing streak in NFL history.
Number 1, Hayden Huntley, one-handed touchdown.
Converted into points here. We'll see. Rolling, Rankin throws to the end zone. Oh! Oh, did he get it? Is it good? Touchdown! Holy cow! Hayden Huntley with the one hand.
And so with that, that will conclude this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you guys follow our socials, and we will see you guys in the next video.
And I just want to say, comment your predictions on these the new NBA games.
Yeah, who do y'all think is going to be the early championship favorite? Let us know. Peace.
Peace.